Yeah, I've learned a lot from Larry, not just being in person with him, but watching him for a long time before I was even in the NFL. Watched a lot of his stuff, caught a lot of his games, and just have a lot of respect for him, obviously. And at the same time, he's been just so great to me, reaching out to me and giving me support, and so it's been pretty cool. And it's cool when guys that are at his status and have had success like he has to still care about others and reach out to others is pretty cool.
When did you first meet him?
Oh, I don't even know, to be honest. Probably one of my first couple years in the league. Working out at the U of M with him and his crew. So that was probably my first encounter.
With Patrick Peterson, last time they were here, you shadowed Diggs, but what do you see from him?
I mean, he's a phenomenal football player. I've actually played quite a bit of golf with him. He's just a great person, and he's got a lot of talent. I mean, coach was talking about earlier. He's probably got some of the best hips that we've faced. I mean, he moves well, he reacts well, he's smart, he's instinctive, and he'll be a good challenge. So, but that's what you want. You want to go against the best. In this league, there's a lot of guys that can play, but he's obviously at the top of the game.
Do you give a cornerback any help when you play golf with them? Or
we don't talk a lot of football, especially knowing we're going to play each other at some point. So, but no, he like I said, he's just a phenomenal guy. So it was a lot of fun to get to know him over the last few years and play in some tournaments with him. And he's a really good golfer. So I learned some things on the golf course from him.
Have there been plenty of times where Kirk has released the ball under pressure, and I'm just kind of wondering how many times do you think that happens where you're not even out of your break yet, the ball's in the air, and what is the trust factor that goes into that sort of play?
Yeah, it's really impressive. I think that's one of the things that you don't really see during the game as a receiver, but you see it when you come and watch it in film. Sometimes you don't even realize how good of a throw it was until you see it in the film room. And he seems like it's every week he's doing that, getting hit in the mouth and still delivering a perfect pass and giving us an opportunity to go and catch the ball. And as a receiver, that's all you can ask for is an opportunity to go get the football. And it means a lot that he has trust in us as receivers to get open if he's throwing it before we're even out of our breaks.
But do you just have to sort of anticipate sometimes that even while you're setting up a guy with a double move, that the ball may be in the air and get the head around quickly?
No, I think you just run your route to win, and you look for the ball as soon as you can. So it doesn't change anything from our perspective. It's just we just have to go find the ball and at the same time run every route to win, because sometimes it might not be designed to get you the ball, but if he feels a certain matchup, he'll launch it.
Has he ever told you that I don't want to say don't be afraid to look for the ball, but are there times where he just goes, "Hey, look, when you don't think that you're open, I do believe that you're open." Has he ever seen anything like expect the unexpected or anything like that?
No, we don't ever talk about that stuff. I think that's just part of being a receiver. You have to run every route to win. It's not going to always work out the way that you draw it up to be the play. So you always have to run your routes to win and expect the football. And I think that's what sometimes separates good receivers from great receivers is the guys that run every route to win and always think they're open. I think that's something you kind of have to have, a trait you have to be a good receiver.
Adam, how much has the athleticism that Linval Joseph showed on his fumble return been kind of the talk of the team and what have you since that moment?
Yeah, it's definitely a talk after the game and the next day, but we're trying to move on from that, obviously. But no, we joked around after the game that we need to get him some offensive touches because he was so athletic, and there's not too many people that are going to be able to bring down Linval. So yeah, it's pretty fun to see.
Well, you lined him up in the backfield a couple of years ago.
I know. We know I have to put that back in.
Against the blitz, Kirk for 3 straight years has had a better passer rating than teams don't blitz. Why do you think that is?
I think it's partly what we kind of talked about. He throws the ball, he sticks in the pocket, even when somebody's right in his face, and he's not afraid to take a hit, even if that means he's got to hold on to the ball a little bit longer. He's not afraid to do that. So I think there's a lot of things. I think it's a trust factor thing with his receivers, and then like I said, he's not afraid to take a hit and deliver a ball.
What are the challenges of running routes when you're in the slot versus outside? What are the differences?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm not really sure. I mean, obviously on the outside you get a little bit more one-on-one, more man technique, in the slot. You get zone, man, you get covered by a linebacker, a safety, a corner. You get people blitzing off your face. There's just a lot more going on in the slot. Whereas when you're on the outside, even if it's zone coverage, it's kind of man technique, I guess, depending on what route you run. So yeah, I mean, it's just different. It's just different, but at the same time, you just run the route that's called. So you just try to do your best with whoever's covering you.
Why do you think that some of those short throws, that just basically catch and throws from Kirk, were so effective against Philadelphia? What can you carry over?
Well, I think you kind of go into every game. You want to get the ball out quick, and you want to get completions, especially early in the game, to get you going. But I think another good thing is Coach Flip is an aggressive play caller. So when you're able to hit deep shots, teams have a tendency to fall back maybe and try to protect from the deep ball and opens up some checkdowns. But Kirk does a phenomenal job of looking down the field first, and then if nothing's open, he'll find a guy underneath. So a lot of times there's a lot of factors that lead into success with quick game.
Do you ever think at any point in your career that records, whether it was franchise records or NFL records, would be within reach for you?
I never thought about it, honestly. Yeah, I've never thought about trying to go for a record or anything like that. Just honestly, it's a daily battle. Trying to win the battles each day, and then let everything else kind of fall into place.
Have you taken note that you now lead the NFL in receiving?
No,
You didn't know that?
no, I don't really care. Just trying to win the day, because you start thinking about that stuff, you can lose your game real quick. So I'm just trying to focus on today and make sure that I'm trying to help this team win games. And honestly, if you lead the NFL in receiving and you're not winning games, it's not a fun business to be in. So it doesn't really matter what your stats are. It matters the wins and loss column, and obviously we got to get better in that area.